guys, and welcome back to the Locked In channel. I've changed the background today. Like, I don't know, I just turned, I'm in my living room and like the TV screen's in it and like the door, and I know most bloggers and vloggers, like, you don't have that in it, but I just a bit more intimate, like not intimate, but just I wanted you in my world, basically, in my background. And yeah, I know it doesn't usually have a door in it, but I couldn't set it completely right, and this is the best I could get it. But yeah, today is the 8th of June 2017, and it's been 2 years since my mum passed away, and I don't know, I'm just feeling, I've been wanting to do this video for ages. Like, I've been wanting to do this video from last year, from like Mother's Day this year. Oh, I just realised, I was thinking, why didn't I do it last year? But last year I wouldn't have been married yet. No, I forgot about that. Yeah, but last year I wouldn't have been married yet, which is crazy, because it feels like this year has been so busy, if that makes sense. It feels like I've done so much in this last year. So to think that, yeah, I wouldn't have even been married yet is actually crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video, just like in, obviously, in, what's the word? In remembrance of my mum. For anyone else that's lost someone, their mum, a loved one, someone close to them, and just kind of take you on my journey. And I always say to everyone, like, the wedding was so amazing. Like, I don't think you understand. It was, and I personally feel like, I know, and just one thing, I know that not everyone on my channel is Christian. I know that some people are Muslim, some people are Buddhist, Hindu, like some people don't believe at all. And honestly, you are welcome on my page to be inspired, to listen to our stories, to be encouraged. Like, I get a lot of messages at the bottom of my page talking about, like, oh, we don't do this as Christians, or blah, 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 blah. Like, literally, this page isn't for just Christians. It's for anyone who wants to literally listen to me and Karl's story, be a part of our locked in journey, and be a part of our love. It's not for the judgmental. It's not for the people that are going to tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing. So yeah, this is for anyone, anybody who literally wants to listen, okay? So it's not inclusive of any type of people or type of person. Before I knew who God was, I didn't believe at all. I was an atheist. So it's for everyone and anyone. We all have a story and we all have a journey, and I want anyone who feels led to be here to be here. So yeah, let's clear that up. But yeah, I want to kind of like bring you on my journey, and yeah, I believe that the wedding was literally God saying to me, all the tears you cried and everything that you went through, here you go, here's your gift from me to you. You may not have understood what was going on then, but it was for the bigger purpose. And like, just before, so my mum got sick in April 2015, and from April 2015 it was just like a whirlwind. Like, just before that, you know when you're in like a really great space, like in your relationship, in your friendships, like everything was really good at the time. And I remember my friend Swade and EJ, Team Swajuel, got married. And my mum, if you know my mum, she's a party goer, she's the life of every party. And she was like, she couldn't come. And I remember I was upset with her. I was like, why can't you come? She's like, she's not feeling. When I was thinking, oh, whatever, she's making an excuse. And then on Mother's Day 2015, she came to church, and I didn't wear lashes because I feel like I might get upset because it's an emotional day. But yeah, sorry guys. On Mother's Day 2015, she came to church and she was just like, yeah, she just wasn't herself. And like, she was like, she was in a bit of pain, but I just didn't really think much of what she was kind of saying. And she was just like, I'm not crying because it was just such a beautiful day that day. I remember just the day before was in praise and worship, and it was like, I felt like, yeah, I felt like I was being led to kind of I don't know, I just was being led to message her and tell her to come to church that day. And I was crying in praise and worship. It was so random, like, because I'm not that sort of person, but I was like, oh, I miss my mum. I haven't seen my mum for a while, and like, because I don't live with her or anything. So I was like, I miss her. And everyone was like, oh, why don't you just invite her tomorrow? And I remember we made like a reggae song, and it was like pam 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 pam, like mama, I will never let you down, like that kind of song. You know that song, yeah? Love you, mama, mama. Yeah. So anyway, we made that song. Well, we like did a rendition of it, basically.
Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. It's my words and my uttering.
And I remember that she came and she loved it, like she loved it so much. And then we went out to eat after, because me and Karl always go out with her every single year for Mother's Day. So we went out and she was just talking to us, and she weren't really eating. I was like, Mum, why aren't you eating? And she was like, oh, she's not feeling well, she's found a lump. But obviously, like, you're just sometimes just in your own bubble, and I was literally in my own bubble world, and I was just like, you know, she's not feeling well, she's got a lump, oh, it's probably nothing. She was like, oh, they think it might be a cyst, she's gonna go to the doctors, and yeah, like, she's gonna go and find out what it is. So obviously I went with her the next appointment, and they were like, it's a cyst, we'll just take it out, like it's just a normal procedure, normal operation, probably like next week. So they said they're gonna do like a swab of, like, they said they'll take out the lump as a normal operation, but let them do a swab of the lump just to make sure everything's okay. So like, take a part of the lump, not a swab, I don't know what you call it, but they take a part of it. And I was going to Egypt at the time with my friend Tara, so I remember I was worried. I was really, really worried, because I was like, I was really worried, because I was just like this is, what if it's something else? But something in the back of my mind, I was like, well, it's not going to be something else, like, you're being dramatic. But anyway, so I remember I went, and then she messaged me while she was out there, I think, and she was just like, yeah, they can't do the operation, but yeah, just enjoy yourself, and when you come back, blah blah. So I came back, and then I followed her to her next appointment, and then the man was just basically like, it's cancer, it looks really bad, and I was just a bit like, you know, when you're just sitting there and it feels like your world, is collapsing. And my mum was just smiling, and she was just like, oh, Cass, like, don't get upset. And I tried like my hardest never to be upset around my mum. So she was like, don't get upset. Like, it'll be fine. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna be better, and we're gonna come to the wedding and all of that. So I remember I was like to the man, so what do you mean? Like, how long has she got? Like, what do you like? What sort of cancer? What stage is it? And they were like, it's the worst stage. It's stage 4. They don't understand why she didn't even realize beforehand. She would have had it for a long time now. And yeah, so they gave her like, they were like, yeah, they didn't tell me any more details, obviously. So then, it's like my world just crashed, everything just changed. And from that day, like, she was okay, like, she was in pain, but she was okay. The week later, she was very sick, and like, obviously straight away she went on a vegan diet, and like, she was literally like following the work, like the teachings of some man called Dr. Sebi, and she was having only green food, like everything we can pay for, like all different types of things just to make her better and to make her comfortable, and stuff for her neck, and just because she was in a lot of pain, and she had cancer of the bowel, so her stomach, like, she looked like a pregnant woman. She lost so much weight. And I remember she went into hospital, and then I went to go and see her, and say it was like a week between when I saw her last, because did I go? I think I got my dates where I went on holiday wrong. But anyway, I came back, and she was literally, I went to see her, and I was like, oh my God, like her belly's extended, but I can't explain it. You know when you're a Christian and you feel like because you're a Christian, nothing should go wrong. There should be no pain. There should be no hurt. Like, God's good. Like, what do you mean my mum's got cancer? Of course she's going to get healed. And then I remember my friends came to the hospital and one of my friends had lost her mum the year before. And like, it always hurts my heart because when she lost her mum, don't get me wrong, I was so sad. And like the first like probably like couple of weeks or like I was like, I felt it for her and I'd message her, but then after that I was just a bit like, I didn't get it because I don't feel like you can truly get it until your mum passes. And that's why I always like the people that have lost someone, we got our own secret society. But yeah, and then I spoke to one of the nurses. I was like, is there anywhere she can go? Like, it's not really good for me her to be at home. And I went to her house and that house was just in a bit of a state, and I was just living with my younger brother then, and it was because basically she'd been feeling sick and not really expressing it to me. I don't know, like, yeah, it's just like she wasn't really expressing it, so she couldn't do the things around the house. So I was like, you know what, she has to come to my house. So she moved in with me and Karl, and yeah, we just tried to make it as comfortable for her as we could. And my little brother, like, oh gosh, like only God knows, like the way he was there for my mum. Like I was there, but I'd go church and I'd be praying for her and believing God for her, but physically he was like, he slept with her in the same bed. He slept with her in the same bed. He just really believed for her, and he was like so encouraging of her, like so encouraging. And yeah, he was just like, Cassie's gonna be fine, she's gonna be better. And we just believed, like we believed so much. And like she was coming church, she began to come church, and I'm just so happy she gave her life to Christ. Like in everything that I went through, in all the pain, in seeing her get so sick, and anyone that knows who's got a parent or a family member that has had cancer, they literally deteriorate in front of your eyes. And I think that's what makes me cry. It's not like, I honestly, like I understand her death in a different way, like in a spiritual way, but the thing that makes me so sad a lot is the pain she went through. Seeing anyone you love go through pain, having to like change her bed and stuff because she's accidentally, like just seeing her go through like things that were so shaming, like, and I know how my mum is having to wash her and she didn't want any of that. It was just hard, it was so hard. And then I'd go to church and I'd just be this like, I'd have to just, in my head I thought I just had to be like everything was okay, and I'd sing and I'd encourage, but I was so broke. I was so broken. I didn't even think I was going to cry this much. Yeah, but it's good, it's fine, crying's okay. But yeah, I was so broken. Get it together. Okay, so I can't remember where I was. Yeah, I'd go to church and I'd be trying to smile and hold it all together and be like, even through the fire, and I'd be telling everyone, you know, she's gonna make it. And like I just was, but in the back of my mind I was just having all sorts of thoughts and seeing all sorts of things. And you know, it's like I just believed so much that she wasn't going to pass at times. But yeah, so she started coming to church and she got saved, and that is like, I didn't, like when she passed, I didn't get it, obviously. I broke down, I cried, I was angry with God, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I was so angry. I didn't get how we could, like I'd been going to church for so long and now look, like this is what's happened. How did you allow this to happen? But he then showed me that the biggest gift, she died but she's alive in me, and that was the biggest gift for me. And that she believed in so many things before she died. Like she'd searched this and researched that, and she'd actually died on her way back from Honduras. So she went to Dr. Sebi's camp, like a retreat place where he's supposed to heal, and I knew in my heart that he can't heal her. Like I knew it, like I just knew it. But because she wanted to go so badly, that was her wish. it was like, okay, go, like, what's the worst that can happen? Go and then come back. Then she called me and she was like, she's coming back, and her voice had gone funny because the cancer had spread into her lungs. And she called me and she was just like, I'm coming, I miss you guys, he can't help, but God is good. And that was the last time I spoke to her. She was like, she's coming back and she's gonna come to the wedding. And then she, on the way back from Honduras, she went to Jamaica, and my aunt, like her best friend who went with her, who I love so much, Frederica, I love you, she went with her, and she was with her. And then, I don't know, I feel like sometimes in death, I don't know if it's true, this is just my thoughts, and like everything I'm saying is my thoughts. She was just like, that my mum said to her, she's like, I feel like before you die, you get this energy. I don't know where it comes from, but I feel like you do. And I've seen it when I've read into other people's death and people that had cancer. And it's like, she just got this energy, and she was singing songs, and my aunt was tired, and she was like, she's just gonna go and rest a bit. And my mum was like, yeah, go, go, go. And when my aunt left, my mum passed away. And like, yeah, she passed away. And they called me, I remember the hospital called me before, and they was like, if she goes into cardiac, like if she, I don't know, is it cardiac arrest, or if she, like, should we, you know that, oh, what's it called? I'm so bad with words sometimes, but that thing where they shock you, they were like, do you want us to do that? And I was like, of course, like, of course. And they was like, it's not looking good. And it was just like a lot of through the night, it was like a lot of torment. And we prayed, like me and my friends, Karl, we prayed before. And then it was like God led me to Marvin Sapp. And I don't know, I remember his wife died, but I didn't know why. And God led me to her just before I found out my mum died. And it was like she had died because of cancer of the bowel too. And now I realise that it was God preparing me for what was about to happen. Like, it was God preparing me. And little things like, I know I'm just going all over the place, but it's just because it's all coming to me. Just before my mum was sick, God led me to sing this song over and over and over again. And he was like, just sing it every single day. And it was, my God is awesome, he can move mountains, keeps me in the valley, hides me from the rain. And I love that song, and I sing it at church all the time. And people don't really, probably people see me singing it and think, oh, but I sing it with so much passion because that song I sang every day. And I thought it was because God was going to release an awesome blessing, not knowing what was coming. And every day that my mum was sick, I remember I was in my old house, and which has so many memories, but we had like a speaker, and I literally sit in front of the speaker, and I fasted every day as well. I sit in front of the speaker and I put on Sovereign God, yeah, the song that you lot saw on my wedding. And that's why that song means so much to me. It means so much to me, and that's why it had to be in my wedding, because it was like the song that I sang, and she'd be in her room and I play it loud, like I play it so loud, and I'll just be like, wow, I'll just sing that song. I'll sing it. I just sing that song. Oh, Cass. I just sing that song and just literally, like, I'd want her to hear it. Like, he's a sovereign God. He's bigger than all your problems. Every situation, there's nothing that he cannot do. And I'd want her to hear it. And then, because she was so weak, she'd come out of the room and she'd just be like, yeah, like, I love you. God is good. And then she'd go back into her room. And I remember, like, I didn't really even share this stuff with Karl or anyone like that, but every day I'd be like, Mom, and she'd be like, yes, daughter, and I'll just be like, I love you, like every 5 seconds, like so often, and people would be like, why do you always do that? But it's because I was so scared. I was so scared that she's gonna like die while she was in the room, like asleep or something, and I wouldn't know, and I was scared. I was so scared of that. But anyway, that's why I feel like she loved Jamaica. That's why she passed in Jamaica. She would have hated to die here. She was so happy to die. Like, she was so happy to be in another country. So to die in Jamaica, her favourite place, I know. Like, my mum was born in Yorkshire, but she thought she was the most Jamaican woman ever because her parents are Jamaican. And she spoke the most patois than anyone. Like, yeah, that was my mum. But, how I got over it. Like, I don't think you ever get over losing a parent.